You never know, I may drop in on you. I am here in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, after just wrapping up a workshop at the Clipper World facility down in Cranbourne, Victoria. I stopped off in Sydney for a few days, and I am expecting a drop-in by two CFMGs from Australia, Michelle Auld of Darwin Pet Spa, and Reeda Close, who's from Brisbane and owns Nose to Tail. I guess you could call this Reeda and Michelle drop in on Danelle.
I would go out because it was my income. I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, it's like
You
you
would go
go
out
still,
because what?
Because it was my income.
it's like I'll
go out
come
and
to
rent.
you.
Yeah.
Right.
No matter what.
Yes. So you got to work out, and obviously cats pick up the surrounding as well. And if it's freaky weather, they're going to not be in the best environment and all that kind of stuff too. So.
So you're saying mobile is good for cats?
I think it's a good option. I don't know how it would. Like I see what Garby does as well, and it's amazing what she's able to do. I personally prefer when the owners aren't around. Like that's just my personal.
Right.
Well, I'd be shutting myself in my
Yeah,
little van. They don't
yeah,
come in.
Yeah.
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 I don't think most mobile cat groomers let the owners come in anyway,
Yeah.
unless there's some specific reason
Unless
for
they're
that
scared
to
of the cat
happen.
coming in.
Yeah. I think they're pretty much shutting themselves in. When you did mobile, you were dog only?
Yeah, I didn't do cats
so you,
until.
okay.
No.
So you started doing cats in 2011 after coming to the school in April.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm recording this, that's why I'm asking
Yes.
questions. I already know the answer to. You're probably going, why are you asking me this?
I came to the 2-day seminar in Sydney in 2011.
Yep.
I think it was in March.
Yeah.
And then got onto a plane 2 weeks later and came to school because I was lucky there was
In
a spot.
April.
Yeah, in
Yes.
April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those people who are going to watch this, listen to this, and they go, oh, that's so far to go, or it's so hard to be gone for 2 weeks, or it's so expensive. You hopped on a plane with 2 weeks notice with a young child, not with a young child going to school, but you have had a young child at that time, and a business, and hopped on a plane and spent thousands of dollars on just the airfare alone. Spent 2 weeks in a foreign country attending cat grooming school. With how much experience grooming cats prior to that?
I'd had one cat that I groomed at the seminar with you 2 weeks before.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. If I remember correctly, you were helping me bathe that cat or something.
I can't remember. That was.
Do you know what I remember about that facility was the cat hair flying around in that warm, hot, sticky room.
Mm-hmm.
We were covered in Himalayan hairs.
Yes.
And so, all right, so then how has that panned out for you? We're, let's see, 3 years later, really to the month, or almost. So you have now?
I have a cat exclusive salon next door to my dog salon, and I would rather be grooming cats than dogs, so it's changed a lot, and a baby.
And a new baby. We've got her joining us in the background. Okay, and Michelle, what class did you attend?
I remember the seminar that Reeda went to and heard about her going straight to the school. And I remember immediately thinking, wow, I've missed out on something here.
Right. I should have been that number one,
Well,
right?
well, it wasn't so much that, it was like, wow, I knew I should have gone to that 2-day cat workshop because I was interested, but I thought, no, I'll leave it.
Because you're from Darwin, so it would have been a bit of a trip for you just to get to Sydney.
Yeah.
Like you've done today.
Yes. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll start researching. So I got on the website, and I'm like, I've got to go to this school. And so yeah, I ended up going in March to 20.
Okay, I have to think about what we were talking about.
Difficult class.
Oh, yes, different. Well, no, and I'd asked you about the upscale part, like, okay, so with your dog grooming salon in particular, you're like every other groomer. You've got competition down the street, and you've constantly got new businesses or groomers starting up, and they're offering super discounted grooms.
Basement price.
Right, basement prices. How have you been able to hang on to your clients, continue to grow and keep busy despite that kind of thing? What sets you apart?
I think we just remain sort of true to what our core values are, and we keep the service going, and we keep the just the service and the quality. I think the quality is big. We focus a lot on the end product and the quality being right. And the biggest thing for people at the moment is having their picture on Facebook after the groom.
Yes.
And people come in now, drop their dog off and say, I will see him on Facebook tonight, won't I?
So that
then we sort of go, oh goodness, I hope we can get a picture of him.
Yeah.
But we so it's just all the little things.
Marketing it through those means. I know you compete too, and you've won, as you mentioned before, some dog awards with dogs, and then also you've gotten into cat showing.
Yes.
What breeds?
I'm only showing one cat at the moment, which is my Aussie cat, which was my breed feature at the school.
Yes.
And so I fell in love with that.
Be careful with that when you go over to Maine Coon.
Maine Coon, Aussie cat. Yeah, make sure you do your report on a breed you really want.
Yeah. And I'm pretty happy with him at the moment because he is a short hair, which is kind of a bonus because I've got poodles at home which require a lot of care. And so I'm thinking, wow, but I want a Persian or an exotic still because my first ever cat was a Persian. So
yeah, we can hook you up. Now, you do also show grooms for some ragdoll cats, right?
Yes,
right. And how did that come about? I mean,
that came about from the lady that had the ragdolls. She was just not doing so well in the show ring, and the judges were always picking up on the grooming aspect. And
lack of grooming.
That they just, well, look, your cats are beautiful, but if they were groomed properly, you could probably do so much better.
Yeah.
And she sought me out. So she found me. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then she just started getting,
she started
great
doing
results.
well, winning.
Like, wow, yeah. So
has that developed more business for you from show people, or she?
It's yes, it has from 2 others, but they've now since moved on now interstate. So they're showing. One is actually showing in Brisbane, and I believe she's going to Reeda now, or has sought you out. Yeah, and she shows her cat, and another lady has moved away, but another lady's also beginning a ragdoll breeding program.
Wonderful.
And is becoming a registered breeder in Darwin, and she plans to have her kittens groomed.
That's great. Good way to start them out too, as kittens
from the beginning.
Now, you just mentioned somebody seeking Reeda out, but it's also gone the other way. You had a client move to Darwin, and you were able to say, "Hey, I know someone who can provide the same grooming services." So that's nice to be able to do.
It's good to be able to set a standard and know that someone that you can pass your clients on to can maintain that standard. So.
Yes, because we've also talked about earlier saying not being able to help someone when they're moving somewhere and we don't know of a qualified cat groomer in the area, and then it's kind of like, what do you do for them, you know? Which is how the NCGA came about, because my clients, a couple had moved away to different states and were frustrated or even in tears over not being able to find the same care that they had gotten used to at my salon. And so it's really nice to be able to have CFMGs around the world to refer to, and these cats can be taken care of properly and still look good. So plans for the future.
Plans for the future. Take over the world. No.
Take over the world.
Just take over Brisbane. I think what our main focus is continuing to build the cat grooming side of our business. I think there's room for a lot more growth there.
Yeah.
I prefer grooming cats, so I'd much rather be grooming cats.
Why do you prefer grooming cats? That's what I'm curious, your reasons.
I have been grooming dogs. I started as a mobile washer, so I've been grooming for over 10 years now, and then moved into clipping and full-on grooming after that a couple of years later. I prefer the challenge of cats. I find that even though you're doing similar things, with dogs it's pretty much the same thing every time.
Right.
With cats it's not. Like, you can be doing the same kind of groom, but the cats are very different. My days never seem to be repetitive.
Gotcha. More of a challenge.
Yeah. I've always been a cat person as well, so just like my daughter.
Do you like the like, for me, I like the hero aspect of it.
Yeah.
When somebody comes in with that cat that's got, you know, whatever issues, age, temperament, whatever, and in bad shape, and no one's been able to help them, and then you're the one that gets to save the day. That's fun, isn't it? I love that part.
Especially when they say you're not going to be able to groom their cat, and their cat just sits there for you, so that's always pleasant.
Well, Amelia says we are all done with our interview, but I just want to thank you both for coming to meet me today in Sydney, and it's been a pleasure to visit with both of you. And
Amelia's got a lot to say about that.
did you not get asked any questions?
She's just thinking about her response.
Anyway, thanks, ladies.
Thank you.